This tutorial will show you how to create your own 5-axis machine with settings in madCAM. Click on the madCAM options button, and then we can see that we have some predefined machines that comes with madCAM. We can click on the machine tab, and there we can see that we have a new button for creating new machines, and if we click there we can see that we have some different kinds of machines. So first thing to do then is to choose if we want to use the default library for the machines, or if we would like to place them on a different folder. So I will show how to do that. So we click on the browse button, and then we can go anywhere on the computer. For example, I will put it on my D drive, and I have a folder where I place my machines. I can create a new folder, my machines. So now we have the machine library for the D drives, my machines. So then we can select machine kind, and we can pick a 5-axis trunnion machine, and we will name it to my 5-axis trunnion machine. Then we can go to advanced settings, and this will set up the rotation axis 1 and 2, and each axis is defined by a vector, and each coordinate we use commas as delimiters. So for this example we will rotate the first axis around x, and by default it's in negative direction. That's why it's -1, 0, 0. But we will make a new machine where we have the rotation in positive direction, so we type in 1, 0, 0. Then we have the angle vector, and that's a vector where the angle is measured from, and the first axis rotates around x, and it measures the angle from the z axis. Then we type in 0, 0, 1. Then we can set up the angle limit for the first axis, and in this case we will rotate from 0 degrees to plus 120 as the maximum angle. And then that's because the trunnion will rotate away from you, so you can see the part. Rotation axis 2 rotates around the z-axis, and we set the angle axis measured from the y-axis, and we change this to 0, 1, 0. And the minimum and maximum angle should go from -360 to 360 in this case, because our second axis can rotate, no limit for the turns for the second axis. Okay, click OK there, and we can see the new folder we created. It's empty, but if we save this machine we can see we have created our own machine, our own 5-axis trunnion machine. Then we click OK, and the machine is selected. So now we can open some Rhino file with some toolpaths and test it for the simulator. So we select the model for madCAM, We run the simulator. Now we can see it simulates the cutter, the toolpath and the part in 5 axis. The next thing to do is to set up the machine parts for the simulator. So you can draw your machine parts or import them into Rhino and then export them as STL files for the madCAM simulator. So we open the machine part file, and here we can see the 4th axis and the 5th axis. So we can select the 4th axis, and then we click on File, Export Selected, and we can browse to the machine folder that we created, My Machines, and then we can choose STL format, and we can call it A-axis, for example. Click Save, export it as STL binary. Then we select the part for the 5th axis, File, Export Selected, and we can name it to C-axis. Click Save, binary. Okay, now we have exported 2 STL files, one for the 4th axis and one for the 5th axis. So then we can go to madCAM Options, Machine, and we have our 5-axis Trunnion machine. Go to Advanced Settings and click on the Machine Parts tab. And then we can see Machine Part Rotation Axis 1. And then we open the A-axis STL, Machine Part Rotation Axis 2, C-axis STL. Click OK, save this. And now we can open the part that with the toolpaths. We can run the simulator, and here we can see it will simulate the part and the machine parts.